The consumers are far more informed, and sleep is a priority. Probably a lot of people now understand
the importance of it. It's like an awakening.
Absolutely. So it is almost like that, akin to a movement. And I think as a brand, it's important that you understand what that really means. What is that insight that you can use to craft that story.
Right.
And I think if I look at particularly Sleepwell and how we've gone about doing it for our campaigns, is basically at a certain level you're looking at personalized comfort. So you start looking at sleep in a different way, because of course it ladders to health slightly slowly. But first of all, it is all about my comfort, my space, my zone. So this personalization is a big insight that we latch on to. Like, how do you offer personalized comfort, right? How do you offer something which you feel is tailored to me, right? And that really helps you kind of sleep better. That helps you, understand that, okay, this is a safe space. This is where I want to be. So we've been latching on to that in a few of our campaigns. We look at personalized comfort as a gateway to talk to the consumer. And, a recent campaign we did, we kind of equated that with the human insight of a let's say a touch of a loved one.
Right.
So there's a
the comfort that comes
yeah,
from
so
that.
the comfort that comes, and there's this one line in that film which says that ye tumhare haathon jaisa hai, na zyada sakt na zyada narm. So basically we're trying to say that it is something which is just right for you, in terms of people go out search for variety of things, but rarely come across a mattress which they feel is fit for them.
Right.
And I think we're trying to solve for that by giving them the right choice which is suited for that need. So I think that's one big insight. And the second one is lifestyle changes are causing problems. 8 out of 10 people who walk into our stores actually say that, I'm suffering from this back pain, or I'm getting that niggle in my back, and then like this twitch or something that you can help.
Some discomfort of some kind.
Exactly. So that's where we step in, and we try and then look at how, let's say a sleep solution, a mattress can be customized for that need. And that's a big growing segment, for India. So I think that's the other place where we build our campaigns and start talking about, that need. And consumers do come and speak to us. The shoppers do come and speak to us, about that.
As I was saying, this awakening, this consciousness about, how important sleep is, could be more of an urban phenomena. Sleepwell being the market leader, how are you looking at balancing both the premiumization aspect of your growth as well as penetration? Get into your strategies on both these fronts.
Sure. So I think it's an absolute core question and a core principle that we follow as a market leader, because while premiumization has its place, and that's rapidly happening, and at an equally important and similar pace as what is happening is penetration. So penetration of modern mattresses in India is extremely low. So less than 1 in 4, or less than 1 in 5. So that kind of numbers exist in terms of how many households have that have graduated. So what we definitely look at is how we drive penetration is through a mix of marketing agenda, which starts from the product. Of course, there is pricing, and then there is, of course, a little bit of customization of both to meet that need. Right. And what we've realized when we meet these consumers, the insight that we gather is that they actually feel that it's actually an inflection point in a household when they switch over from cotton mattress to a modern mattress. And I think that emotion of being the harbinger of change, that emotion of a slight upgrade in lifestyle is interesting to watch. And that's probably where, as a brand, we wanted to make sure we play. So innovation plays a big role there. So just customizing a product range which meets those needs, which is at the right price point.
Right.
And that is fueled through, because, with Sleepwell being the leader, we have an in-house R&D, in-house foam manufacturing. So we can leverage a lot at the back end to ensure that we get the right offering in front of the consumer, which helps drive the penetration. So that's the mix we do, and the insight is all about, as I said, that little bit of emotion on getting that stage of life, lifestyle moving in the household. So that's really good. Just sharing that we see a lot of that happening, just like parents are looking at the best education and the best food for their kids. This is also a phenomena we see, that you see a lot of this happening as a new mattress that's coming into the household, just for the kids, because now they want to make sure they sleep well. They want to make sure they are gearing up for their academic rigor, etc. So so it's interesting to see how a mattress can play a role in the household when we are driving penetration.
It could possibly be the easiest productivity hack. Just sleeping well, get a good mattress.